The east partition was full of hay to the rafters, which were approximately 18 feet above the floor. The hay was also stacked so that the whole partition was full across to the beams that marked the partition. There was no actual way to get on top of the hay without a ladder, nor was there a way to see above due to the lack of light in the building. The yard light only cast a beam of light as wide as the doorway onto the area where I was standing. I cannot stress it enough that there was no physical way for a human to get on top of the hay bales. I often had to care for the baby calves and young cattle. The pole barn was full, so I had put a calf in the center partition of the old barn. After finishing with the other calves, I got some milk and headed for the haymow. As I went about feeding the little 2-week-old calf, I felt perfectly safe and calm for a moment anyway. I had just taken the empty pail away from the calf when I heard what sounded like a whimper coming from the top of the hay farther back. I stopped my movement for a moment to listen closer. I heard nothing, so went back to feeding the little guy. I poured some grain into his pail and started to hand feed him and pet him up. Then I heard it again. It sounded louder this time, and it certainly sounded feminine. I froze for a moment, letting the current events sink in. I was alone up there, save for the little white and black Holstein steer in front of me. Who was up there, and how did they get there? These questions were swarming my mind, but what I found more pressing was if this person was okay. I stood up straight and said, "Hello, are you all right?" The whimpers stopped. I asked again, "Ma'am, hello." At this point, goosebumps stood up on my arms, and I heard crying this time. "Hello?" I asked once more in a shaking voice. The crying got louder and closer to the edge of the hay. "Are you okay?" I said once more with far less confidence. The crying then turned into full-on screaming.